Here, monkey isn't forbidden food. It's breakfast. One man might have 10 wives, but no one owns an alarm clock. Smartphones. The only glow here is the morning fire. On the shores of Lake Eyasi, as laughter mixes with the twang of handmade bows, time slows down, but life never stops. Imagine this, waking up each day with no schedule, no plan, no idea where your next meal comes from, only one certainty: Mother Nature decides everything. If you had to hunt monkeys to survive, share everything with strangers, and never know where you'll sleep tomorrow, would you choose absolute freedom or safety inside the lines? This is the Hadzabe, the last tribe still living wild, by nature's rules alone. Would you dare to live just one day like them? Welcome to the global trail blazing paths across our world. Tanzania, land of giants where elephants roam and baobabs touch the sky. But deep inside this ancient wilderness, far from the tourist maps, a secret world endures the Hadzabe. For thousands of years, they've hunted and gathered on these wild shores of Lake Eyasi, living as humans once did. No farms, no fences, no rulers, no rush. Their days follow the sun, not the calendar. Their clocks are the shadows of the trees, the hunger in their bellies, the song of the birds. Here, childhood is spent tracking antelope, not watching cartoons. Nights echo with firelight stories instead of city noise. Why does this tribe refuse the comforts of modern life? What keeps them moving, laughing, and loving in a world that tries so hard to change them? But what no one expected was this: the hunt, survival in the wild. A bikini contest, 10 meters from a grave. Not here. Here, the real contest is life and death. At sunrise, Hadzabe boys don't check their phones, they check the wind. Each day, survival begins with silence. As fathers and sons melt into the forest, shadows with handmade bows, hunting not for sport, but for breakfast. A monkey chatters high in the canopy. The boy draws, releases the arrow arcs through the leaves. If he's lucky, today means meat. Their bows are crafted from tough acacia, arrows tipped with bone or scavenged metal. Every weapon hand-forged, every skill passed down in sweat and whisper. Nothing is wasted. When a monkey falls, it's carried home, shared among all. Even the loyal hunting dogs, never pets. But partners take their share. Here, life and death are honest. If a dog grows weak or sick, the tribe doesn't mourn with tears, but with gratitude, the cycle closes. Nothing lost, nothing wasted. Hunting isn't just survival. It's ritual, legacy, and the beating heart of their world. Would you spend hours tracking a single monkey just to feed your family? Could you pull the bowstring with steady hands, knowing you eat only what you can catch? Out here, the wild gives, but only to those who respect it. But deeper in the bush, as the sun climbs higher, another truth emerges. Nomadic homes, freedom without walls. Imagine a life where your house can vanish before the morning dew dries. For the Hadzabe, permanence is a myth. Home is wherever the grass is soft and the water still runs clear. There are no doors to lock, no neighbors to envy, shelters built from branches, leaves, and earth rise and fall with the tribe's footsteps. When food runs low or the rains shift, everyone moves. Children laugh as they help tear down their own beds. A mother tucks a baby under one arm and carries half the house on her back. There are no chiefs, no bosses, no blueprints. Every voice counts. Decisions where to move, when to hunt are made in circles. Not from a throne. Freedom here is total, but fragile. One day, under a thorn tree. The next, beside a riverbank. The world itself is their roof. The wind, their alarm clock. In the evenings, fires flicker under endless stars. Here, stories travel farther than walls ever could. The young learn by watching, by doing, by living, not reading. Can you imagine falling asleep every night, not knowing where you'll wake up tomorrow? But this is just the surface. What's hidden deeper might change how you see paradise forever. Learning by living. Here, there are no classrooms, no blackboards, no bells. The bush is the school, and life itself is the teacher. From the moment they can walk, Hadzabe children become silent shadows, following adults into the wild. They learn to read animal tracks before they can write their own names, a lesson on poison plants. It's not a warning in a textbook. It's a game of life and death. A father shows his son how to notch an arrow, how to move without sound, how to feel the wind and listen for danger. A mother shows her daughter which berries heal, which roots feed, which leaves soothe fevers. There are no grades. Knowledge is tested in the field. Can you find food? Can you avoid snakes? Can you make fire from nothing? Every song, every dance, every story whispered by the firelight is a lesson in survival. Mistakes aren't punished. They're remembered. Here, one wrong move could mean a hungry night or worse. By age 7, a Hadzabe child might know more about their world than most adults know about theirs. Could you trust your life to lessons learned only by watching and doing? But beneath every skill, every ritual, lies the secret to why the Hadzabe endure. Families of many wives. Polygamy. One man, many wives might sound shocking, even scandalous, to outsiders, but for the Hadzabe, it's not about power, pride, or pleasure. It's about survival. A strong hunter, respected for his skill and generosity, may have 5, 8, even 10 wives. Each wife brings unique knowledge. One is a master forager. Another knows every medicine plant. A third can find water in the driest season. Together, they form a living safety net, ensuring no child goes hungry, no elder is left alone. There are no locked doors, no rigid rules, only the unspoken law that every hand must help, every heart must share. For a man, having multiple wives isn't a trophy, it's a duty. He must provide, protect, and prove himself again and again. The women are the backbone of the community, gathering, teaching, healing, holding the tribe together when food is scarce or sickness threatens. Imagine sharing your life, your work, even your love, with not one person, but a whole circle, each one vital to the group's survival. Would you trade independence for a community this close, this interwoven? But what happens if the hunt fails? If the land yields nothing? What does unity mean when survival itself is on the line? Wild honey, the golden prize. Forget gold, forget money. The real treasure here drips from hidden hives, sweet and wild. For the Hadzabe, honey is life itself. In lean seasons, it can make up nearly 80% of what keeps the tribe alive. But no one simply stumbles onto honey. The Hadzabe have secret allies, honey-guide birds, clever little creatures who chirp and dance, leading the hunters through dense thorns to the best hives. It's a partnership built on trust and instinct. The bird finds the bees. The human brings the smoke, and together, they feast. But every drop is earned the hard way. A man climbs, barehanded, higher and higher, swarmed by stinging bees. There is no safety net, no gear, just grit and ancestral courage. One by one, the honeycombs are cracked open, each sting a price gladly paid. Children gather below, sticky fingers waiting. Women laugh, their baskets filling with golden chunks. A sweet victory against hunger. But for the Hadzabe, honey isn't just food, it's sacred. A symbol of respect for nature's balance. They take only what they need, always leaving some for the bees. Would you brave 1,000 stings for a taste of the wildest honey on earth? Yet, as the bees vanish and the trees fall, one question lingers: how long can this golden cycle survive? Modern threats, a battle for survival. The wild may be eternal, but even paradise can vanish for generations. The Hadzabe roamed where they wished no borders, no fences, only the promise of the land. But now, the world is closing in. Fields and cattle ranches chew up ancient hunting grounds. Forests fall, replaced by crops and roads. Every acre lost is more than land, its freedom slipping away. Tradition eroding with every fallen tree. Younger Hadzabe find themselves torn, pulled by the thrill of city lights. Tempted by the ease of modern life, matches replace fire sticks. Store-bought shirts outshine handmade necklaces. Even honey, once sacred, is sold to visitors for a few coins. Tourists arrive with cameras and curiosity. Some offer help, others just want a glimpse. And for the first time, Hadzabe children must choose hold onto the old ways or step into a future shaped by strangers. Every day brings a new test of identity. How do you stay wild when the world wants you tamed? How do you keep your language, your stories, your secrets alive when even the forest itself is disappearing? If the Hadzabe vanish, who will remember the taste of wild honey, the silence before a hunt, the freedom of never knowing where you'll sleep next? Their greatest battle is not with hunger, but with forgetting who they are. In the end, the story of the Hadzabe is not about hardship or hunger. It's about what we lose and what we find when we let go of the world's demands. Here, happiness is measured in laughter, not luxury. Wealth is counted in full bellies, in shared stories, in the freedom to move and breathe without borders. The Hadzabe teach us that survival is not just about taking from the land, but about giving back, about respect, restraint, and radical trust in nature's cycles. Their lives are lived in the open, under the same stars that watched our ancestors dance and dream. Maybe, just maybe, true happiness is not having more, but needing less. And maybe wildness is not chaos, but a quiet kind of wisdom the modern world has almost forgotten. The Hadzabe are not just survivors, they are teachers. As long as their fires burn, the world still has a chance to remember what it means to be truly free. Could you trade your schedule, your screens, your safety for a day in the wild? Would you dare to live among the Hadzabe eating monkey, chasing honey, sharing everything? If your answer is yes to life, let us know in the comments below. And if this story sparked your curiosity, Wait until you see how island tribes thrive in Cape Verde. Welcome to the Global Trail, where we blaze paths across our world.